In this presentation, we will be talking about TEAS, which is required for the nursing clinical entry process. It's one of the key building blocks that makes you eligible to submit a nursing clinical entry application form. TEAS 5 is the version of the test you'll be taking. Each advisor strives to give students the best advice possible. However, with so many facts to remember, omissions can occur. It's in the student's best interest to review these presentations as often as needed to feel confident in the advice being offered. If you feel the advice you've received is different from the facts in these presentations, please ask. The accompanying handouts are the most up-to-date information available and are designed to be a reference for you. It's your responsibility to ensure you understand the information in the presentations and on the handouts. During the presentation, we will describe what TEAS is and how it's used as part of the clinical entry application process, explain when and how to take it, provide tips on how to prepare, identify minimum scores needed for nursing, talk about how the reading portion of TEAS can make your application more competitive, how to transfer your scores if you've taken the test at another facility than our Pendleton or Easley campuses. In addition to viewing this presentation, be sure to download these helpful handouts that provide more detailed information and that you can use as a reference. So, what is TEAS? It's an acronym that stands for Test of Essential Academic Skills. We use it as an entrance test to our nursing program. It's an indicator of your aptitude for nursing. The TEAS covers a wide variety of disciplines. You'll receive scores for reading, math, English, and science. The TEAS is actually used in two ways. First, it's one of the required components that make you eligible to submit your clinical entry application form. The other four are participation in the online application workshop, minimum GPA, Biology 101, and patient care training. Those components are described in other presentations. The second way TEAS can be used is by helping make your application more competitive. The higher your reading score, the more points it's worth. Because you can only take the TEAS twice, be sure you wait until you're ready to score well before taking it. The TEAS is not an easy test and covers a variety of subjects, so we recommend you complete college-level courses such as biology, math, and English before you attempt the test. ATI offers you a summary of your results, so after taking it the first time, go to their website to view your weak areas. You may also receive assistance in certain subjects or in test-taking skills in Tri-County's Tutoring Center. Please time your attempts carefully. After preparation, you'll take the test in the Assessment Center in Miller Hall or in the computer lab at the Easley campus. No appointment is necessary, but notice the TEAS test information handout for details on how to pay the $45 testing fee and when and how the test is administered. You can expect to spend about 3.5 hours taking the test, so prepare carefully for your time and the test. If you take it on the Pendleton or Easley campus, your scores will automatically be added to the system by Assessment Center staff. If you took the TEAS at another school, the directions for having your scores transferred are on the handout. You are responsible for having the TEAS scores sent from ATI to Tri-County Tech. Please send an email to the Assessment Center so they know to expect your scores. Include your T number. We have students with duplicate names and need to be sure to apply your scores to your account. Please note, since Tri-County Tech only allows 2 attempts, we look at your first 2 attempts within 3 years. No subsequent scores will be used unless you have scores from 3 years or more prior. Scores more than 3 years old will not be used. To allow the Assessment Center ample time to process, transfer scores must arrive 1 business day prior to nursing clinical entry application deadline for the term a student applies to enter clinical classes. The Assessment Center agreed to change this deadline, which used to be 1 week, from 1 day to benefit students. The deadline for TEAS taken on a Tri-County Tech campus is also 1 business day before the deadline. Students are allowed to use earplugs during the test. Refer to the TEAS test information handout, which is linked here. It's your guide for TEAS testing. In addition to completing your general education coursework, you can prepare for the TEAS 5 by making use of the study guide that's published by ATI Testing, the company that makes the test. Copies of the student guide are available at the Tutoring Center in the Student Center, or you can purchase a study guide from the ATI Testing website. If you don't do well on the TEAS the first time you take it, you can attempt the test a second time. As mentioned before, the ATI Testing website provides a summary of your weak areas that you can use to determine how to study for your second TEAS attempt. We strongly suggest you take your time and prepare for your second try. The tutoring labs are a free service to Tri-County students. They can help you with areas that need improvement. In order to be eligible to submit your clinical entry application form, you must earn a minimum score of 80% in reading, 70% in English, 60% in math, and 50% in science. Again, you have 2 chances to take the test and meet those score requirements. The system will select your best attempt in each subject as your final score. In addition to meeting the minimum scores, performing well on the reading portion can make your clinical entry application form more competitive. Scoring the minimum of 80% will earn 4 points for your application, whereas earning between 97 and 100% earns 10 points. Be sure to watch the presentation called Application Workshop to learn more about this and other ways to increase your application points. In summary, the TEAS is an entrance test used to assess your aptitude for nursing. It's one of the components you need to become eligible for submitting your nursing clinical entry application form. You can attempt the TEAS twice, so be sure you're thoroughly prepared in reading, English, math, and science. Detailed information is available on the TEAS test information handout. Please review this resource. Thank you.